Hi guys, it's Jody. Today's video is going to be part one of two, all about tiles. I got a request from a couple of my subscribers, E.S. Rourke and Allie Morrissey. These two videos are going to be for you. The first video, today's video, is going to be just pouring on tiles, how I prepare my tiles to pour on, and all that good stuff. So I've got some Hexagon tiles that I'm going to pour on today, and the question first is to gesso or not to gesso tiles. Before I used to say gesso them because that's what I did, but the other day I had a weird experience with a tile that I had previously gessoed, and I'm not so sure about it anymore. And I'll tell you what happened. I've gessoed tiles in the past, poured on them, regular pours, not the Bloom's technique, but you know, flip cup, anything like that. No issue whatsoever, dried beautifully, resin them. The 4 or 5 days ago, I poured on a tile similar to this where it's gessoed, and these have been gessoed for a while, and I don't know if it has to do with sitting around for, I don't know, 6 months. I don't know. But I did, you know, I spun it out. Actually, it was, I'm sorry, it was before I spun it out. I was kind of making my modifications, and I noticed as I was pulling my skewer through the paint, it was getting very gloopy, and it was kind of pulling up what looked like dried shards, just shredded pieces of paint. It was the strangest thing. Like I had a layer of dried paint underneath and it was pulling it out. And so I assumed, okay, this has to be the gesso. At first I thought it was something wrong with my pillow paint. So I got rid of that one and got a different one, and the same thing happened. And I said, okay, you know, let's go with this. Let's experiment, since that's what I do. So I went ahead, it wasn't doing it that drastically. I went ahead and did the whole bloom, let it dry, and I wanted to see if it would dry normally or if it would rise up and kind of wrinkle. I've had that happen before too. If I poured on a tile that was previously poured on, it would kind of curl up and wrinkle, and you can just peel the whole thing off. So it dried beautifully, and I'm kind of perplexed. So I want to hear from you. If anybody out there has experienced this with gesso on tiles, almost like there's dried paint in there, or I don't know. Has anybody, you know, seen this before? I want to know. So I am not going to recommend gessoing the tiles. These smaller ones, I haven't. I just cleaned them with what is it? The isopropyl alcohol. I just took put some on a paper towel, cleaned each one of them up, and we're going to try that today and see what happens. But this is how I prepare them on the back. I'll just tape them with frog tape. These were a pain, but I got them done. A square obviously is easier, and you would do it for any size tile that you're going to be pouring on. I like to tape the back just so that it's nice and neat. I also have square tiles, your regular 4x4. Again, I tape these as well. I am going to do the hexagons today because those I just found at Home Depot, and I will put the link below because I know those are kind of a hot item, and I had trouble finding them on the Home Depot website. What else can I tell you about my tiles? So once I pour on them, you know, I usually let them cure 3 or 4 weeks before I resin them, and I like to resin my tiles, both if they're just going to be ornamental or if they're going to be used as coasters. If they're going to be ornamental, I just found these at Michael's. Let me get them. And I haven't done one yet, so I don't have an example to show you. But I was at Michael's the other day, and in over by their registers they have a lot of things. I guess they're called dollar bins. At any rate, I found these and wasn't sure. I just bought one of each. I wasn't sure if they were going to fit the tiles, but they're these little guys here. They're by Art Minds wood shadow box, and look at this. They fit perfectly, and they're $1. And they have one for hexagons. I was pretty stoked. Not gonna lie. And I mean, in there, you center it, you just glue it in there. Look at that. It comes with a little hanger, or it even has that on there too. So I'm gonna try those. I'll report back. But if I am actually going to use them as tiles, the hexagon, I haven't found any pre-cut cork. I do have just some roll of cork that I would probably use. For the square tiles, I have these where you just peel it off and it's sticky. However, I don't trust the stickiness. I'll actually put I think it's E6000. I'll just put just a little bit on the back just to anchor it even more. But let's see, this was a pack of 80 that I found on Amazon, and I'll put that link down below as well. With bigger tiles like this guy, I think this is a 6x6. I would usually, resin it to make as a trivet, something like that. And then they have like those little feet you can get that stick on, or you can do the roll cork. I haven't found any bigger sized pre-cut cork backings for anything bigger than 4x4. Those are some ideas that I'll use these tiles for, either ornamental or for coasters. So I think that's all I have to say about the tiles before I get started. So let's just get started and paint. So let's go have some fun. And I'm back with the dried results of the tiles you just saw me do. But before that, I thought of a couple more things that I thought might get questioned, because I know I've had questions on them. The tiles themselves, the edges, sometimes you'll find this one doesn't. They're smooth, but sometimes you'll find them with little ridges. I don't mind the ridges, but I know some may. And all you need to do is just Dremel it off, and then just wipe it clean with isopropyl alcohol, and you should be good to go. And besides hardware stores, Lowe's, Home Depot, Menards, tile stores, you know, to get cheaper tiles, another place that I found is the Habitat for Humanity, the restores. They sell tiles very cheap, and you can get some really neat looking odd shapes. And so just another tip. All right, so now I'm going to show you the dried results of the tiles that I did. And they turned out great, by the way. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but because I was concerned about the gesso, no gesso, and it looks like they adhered really well. This is the first one I did. Really nice dry. It's got some nice shimmer, but I really, once these are resined, oh, yeah. All right, here's the second one. That one's really pretty. I decided to mix it up a little and do different colors, or just the black and the white, just different, and then together, one black, one, I think I did one black, one white, and then two of them. I like to mix the cell activators, the white and the black, together. Sometimes it gives a cool effect. And that's the only reason I do it, not for... There's the other one. Ooh, yeah. These are going to look really nice resin. I haven't decided if I want to do a coaster set or with the little wood shadow box I showed you at the beginning of this video. This one's my favorite. And I'm going to have to go back to the video and see exactly how I did this one. If I want to recreate it somehow. But yeah. So those are the tiles that I did. How they dried. They dried really nice. I am going to continue the second part of this series. The next video I'm going to be talking about press and seal on tiles and what I do and all that. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all your support. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much.